in this video, I will tell you the number one thing a potential client needs to have. So basically the number one thing which a potential client needs to have so you can close him really easy. And that thing is he needs to have an advertised budget. And that means that he already advertised, for example, locally, like in the newspaper, or for example, online, like on other platforms like Yelp or Google or something else. You can easily find it out when you just type in the business in Google or in Yelp. So basically, when you have a potential customer which has a advertised budget, so you see him already advertising online or offline, then that's a green sign to close this potential customer. So here's why it's really easy to close this customer. Look, he already advertised. You must basically convince him to try out a new advertised method. So for example, you only need to ask him if he is right now happy or not. When he is not happy with the results you are currently getting with his advertising, then you have your foot in the door and you can easily convince him just to change the advertised method. So in my free training, you found out that I am personally, when I had my promotional business, my promotional product business, I basically found out that I need to change the method of advertising. So I promoted back then other companies with promotional products, and I just changed the medium. So I just changed the way of advertising. So I already advertised, but in the wrong way. Or another example is when I first had this epiphany, I read the newspaper and saw a lot of business owners which are promoting their businesses in the newspaper, and I thought it's just a waste of money. Then I just called them and convinced them just to change the medium. So it's really easy to tell a potential customer to change the advertise medium. So basically ask him if he is currently happy or not with his advertising results, and when he is not happy with his results, you can basically convince him or tell him just to change the advertised medium and try out Facebook ads. And that's it. That's why you need to watch out if your potential customer already advertised online. So when he's already advertising online, he's easier to close in comparison to a business which are never advertised online. Because imagine this. I can also tell you a personal story here, because I had this one times. I was sitting there in an office with an older business owner, and I wanted to convince him about Facebook ads and Google advertising back then. And he told me that he don't even know what Facebook ads are. So I started to explain him everything, and he said then, oh yeah, I need to think about that at night, and so yada yada yada. So he had a ton of questions. But the next day I had another customer which are already advertised at Yelp, and he said he had bad results. So I knew he had already an advertised budget. And then I just basically told him what we can do with Facebook ads. So I convinced him to change the medium. He was down for that. We bring them good results, and right now we are working month per month together, and he's paying me also month per month. So just take this one thing from this video. Always watch out if the potential customer, which you are right now want to close, already advertise online. For example, at Yelp, Google ads, or in the newspaper, or at a billboard, or wherever. When he already advertised, he has an advertised budget, and it's really easy to convince him to change just the advertised medium. So do not waste your time with a business which not advertising offline or online. So do not waste your time with a business which currently not advertising offline or online, because they're basically hard to convince to start with advertising. So it's basically too hard to convince them to start with a new thing. because they never done it before. And you need a lot of explaining there. And when you have a customer which is already advertising online, you must simply tell him that he need to change the advertise medium to, for example, Facebook. Then you bring them some results, and that's it. So watch out for the number one thing a potential client needs to have, and that number one thing is that he already needs to advertise offline or online. Then you can easily convince him to change the advertised medium, and you can basically win him as your customer. See you in the next video.